Here are some of this morning's national headlines. New details are emerging about the case against the man charged with murder. The fall of the Assad regime led to celebrations from Damascus to downtown Chicago, but it also creates an unstable situation. A new report says President Donald Trump's tax bill would add nearly $3 trillion to the national debt by 2034. Governor Pritzker has officially signed the new $55 billion state budget into law. It's the largest in the state's history.
Behind me, they are planning to figure out where they're going to go, what they're going to do to make sure that everybody's okay. I'm going to take you over to the side here where we have a tree that's completely been taken down. And I can tell you this is definitely not the only one that's down.
We've been here since 10 a.m. this morning. We're ringing these bells for the Salvation Army, and that money is going to help for youth and family services, for veterans programs.
Since talking to the Peoria County Coroner, Jamie Harwood, we have been informed that one male has been confirmed dead at the scene by gunshot, unfortunately. Now, his body was taken from this car behind me. I'm going to move out of the way so you could see it. Now, as you can see, the windshield is actually shattered. We're not exactly sure why it's shattered, but the body was pulled from this car over here and taken on a stretcher away from the scene. Now, fingerprints were also taken from this body, as well as pictures of his tattoos, and his clothes were also searched.
Two men were injured earlier. One we do know was shot in the head, and the other we don't know the extent of their injuries.
Congress has until tomorrow to avert a looming government shutdown after a bipartisan spending deal collapsed yesterday. A judge sentenced a Peoria teen to 10 years behind bars in connection to a shooting. And more devastation in Syria in the wake of heavy Israeli airstrikes overnight. Drone images over Damascus showing the Syria Research Center badly damaged. And back at home, the Peoria Park District is celebrating Juneteenth in style on a Thursday. The event at Glen Oak Park celebrates Peoria's Black history. I think we all aspire for a love story like that one, but that was Gabriela Miranda reporting. Donald and Betty weren't alone in celebrating an anniversary either. Their son David and his wife Pam also celebrated their 51st anniversary yesterday. Best way to deal with grief is in the form of comedy, so you make it work, and it's a fantastic way to do it. But you filmed that special.
Now I take everything terrible that happens to me and I go, what's funny about this?
Story of my life. I'm here for that. Well, okay, so that special was filmed at the iconic Apollo Theater in Harlem. What was so significant about choosing that venue? This performance is a little bit different because the tickets are going to be slightly more expensive, but it is for such an important reason. Let's talk about why.
40th year for the Parade of Lights. It's 40 years and 40 floats.
40 years of history, lighting the way to East Peoria, marking another Festival of Lights. Starting back in 1984, the festival has been an East Peoria staple ever since, welcoming the holiday season with a bang.
You can really feel a town of 25,000 come together for the same cause. So there's a lot of joy in the air, and there's a lot of buzz in the town, and those are things that we're really looking forward to. So it's hard to put it in words. It's what East Peoria is all about.
And the city's mascot, Felipe, has been wearing the suit and hat for 6 years, but was also in the crowd on day one.
I was 2 years old for the first parade. I have vivid memories, incredible memories of watching the Parade of Lights with the family.
Felipe, an acronym for Festival of Lights, East Peoria, Illinois, says portraying one of his childhood icons has been an honor he'll never take for granted.
I hear kids of all ages shouting, Felipe, hey, there he goes, look at that soldier. That's what's special. It's like, I'm him, I get to play this role.
It doesn't come without some worries, though, having to live up to the Felipe name.
There's the pressure, but there's also the adrenaline and the joy that you feed off of when you hear the fans, when you hear the folks along the parade route cheering your name and cheering us on.
And this year, even more unique and special, as the Festival of Lights team welcomes 2 new floats.
The wreath that sits atop Fond du Lac Drive, we've made that one into a 2D display that we can take down the road. It's on a trailer. So that one kind of honors our rich history and where we come from. The festival wreath has been in the logo for generations.
The second new float? Well, that's a secret only Santa can tell. The parade lights the way on November 23rd at 6:30 p.m., airing on WMBD and streaming on CIProud.com. And in case you miss it, you have an additional 38 days to see the lights in action at the Winter Wonderland, open from November 29th through January 5th. In East Peoria, Sheridan Hurtig, WMBD News. For every wish we're able to grant, there's another child with critical illness waiting for theirs. That's what Make-A-Wish does, and it's impacted lives right here in central Illinois. William Lutz is a 5-year-old boy who was born with transposition of the great arteries. It's a condition where his aorta and pulmonary artery were switched in location. To fix the condition, he had open heart surgery soon after birth.
And from that point on, he had some complications and kind of a slow process of getting better. He had some airway issues and some other things going on that made his recovery process a little bit more difficult.
Doctors told William's parents, Teresa and Mike Lutz, about his condition when she was pregnant. Shortly after he received open heart surgery, Make-A-Wish contacted them.
That's when his journey started, and he decided that he wanted to go to Disney World.
Make-A-Wish confirmed plans in 2020, right before COVID-19 hit. He was 3 at the time. Once the world opened back up, the wish came true in October of 2022.
We were very excited when we found out that that would happen, just because I would say almost weekly he would say, am I going to get my wish? Am I going to get to go to Disney World? And I would say yes, yes, and I would, just was hopeful that that really would happen.
And once it did come true, Make-A-Wish had the process solidified perfectly.
They really made it very seamless, I feel like. They really tried to watch out for us. We had a good plan in getting there.
As for William,
What was it like being at Disney World?
Amazing.
What was your favorite part?
Tower of Terror.
now it's a memory they all carry fondly. After the trip, Make-A-Wish gave the family a Give Kids the World pass to allow them free or reduced entry into museums and amusement parks around the country. William just finished his first season of soccer and his future outlook is positive. But the journey doesn't stop there, because everybody can make an impact on a child's life who's struggling with critical illness. By donating to Make-A-Wish or taking steps physically at the Walk for Wishes on October 15th at Donovan Park. To sign up, just go to the Make-A-Wish website. In Peoria, Sheridan Hurtig, WMBD News.